I hate Wonder Woman. I hate Wonder Woman. I hate Wonder Woman. I hate Wonder Woman. I hate. I hate. I hate. There's like just pages and pages of not only the complete issue story behind Absolute's Wonder Woman. There are goddamn variant covers. Um, there's so many variant. I am so sorry. There's so many variant covers. It's to the point now that I'm fucking around and buying the same cover. Like this is just ridiculous. So yeah, I hate Wonder Woman apparently, but when it comes to Absolute Wonder Woman, I think she's one of the greatest characters of all time. If I'm being fucking honest with you. So, what is my beef with Diana Prince from Themyscira, the original Wonder Woman character, or I guess original Wonder Woman story? It all started, and as soon as I mentioned this name of a DC event, majority of the comic book fans will understand what I'm talking about. It all started with Injustice. There was a storyline in DC at one point to where basically Superman killed the Joker. You know, now to be fair, I am still within my comic book journey. I don't know everything. I I would say I kind of do know more than the average person, but I don't know everything. And, I'm not going to be one of those channels, and I'm not going to be one of those people who look at you and say, "Oh, you're a fan of this character. You're not a real comic book fan." Or if you didn't read this, then like that. That's not me. I just enjoy shit for what it is. If I don't like it, I don't like it. If I hate it, I hate it. If I love it, I love it. Just like this one right here. But this started with the storyline event, Injustice, where Superman kills the Joker. Yeah, I know. Get it? Finally. He kills the Joker, and once that happens, shit pops off. It splits up the Justice League. It basically has their own DC's own version of the Justice League Civil War. That people choosing sides. It's either your Batman side or Superman side. And if you're Superman side, you're basically trying to not at first not take over, but it soon later becomes basically Superman taking over the damn planet. And Greek gods hop into this, the lanterns hop into it, Parallax comes in, like the whole secret, that whole entire DC event. It was just crazy. I do recommend you guys going and tapping in. If you played the Injustice games, and you kind of already know the gist. But yes, that's not what actually made me kind of dislike the Superman character. It's one of the reasons, but not the main reason. If you want me to break down of my beef with Superman, just comment down below and share this and like this up. But for this particular video, we're gonna be going over my beef with Diana Prince. Yes, I'm gonna call her Diana Prince because this is my true Wonder Woman, not Diana. But within the premises of that story, when Superman, pretty much goes crazy and starts, he doesn't just kill the Joker, he kills a whole bunch of characters, and Batman is just trying to stop him and basically calm him down, etc., etc. And going back to what I said earlier, that characters are basically picking sides, either Batman side or Superman side. Wonder Woman, Diana was one of the first people to easily sign off on this guy pretty much committing global murder. It didn't really take long, because you know how when it comes to movies, when it comes to shows, when a really good character who seems to be, that good guy, all of a sudden turns evil or he turns bad. It takes, some build up for other side characters to be like, you know what, he might be actually doing a good thing here. Or you have those characters be like, you know what, I see where he's coming from, but I just don't agree. That wasn't Diana in this fucking story. Superman kills the Joker. All of a sudden, Diana gives it a sign of approval. So, oh, I don't see no issue. You should have done this years ago, Bruce. Bitch, excuse me? So that was the strike one, and my little build up beef with Wonder Woman. I just didn't like that at all. How she just so easily signed on to Superman's side, especially for years they've been holding on to this no kill rule for the entire Justice League, and all of a sudden it's like, so that was strike one. Strike two was this motherfucker started fighting her own damn teammates. She went against like certain people in Themyscira, her own sisters basically, that she likes to proclaim them as. She was going against characters like Flash, Green Arrow, and she was basically, proclaiming as her former teammates, who she would call them as friends, damn near enemies of the fucking state. And that's including Bruce, as aka Batman, as subject number one. So that was pretty much strike two. It wasn't until Dick Grayson, Nightwing, spoiler, dies in fucking Injustice. I totally forgot which part it was, but it was when Wonder Woman and Superman, I guess they were trying to murder all the criminals in Arkham Asylum. Batman, Nightwing, and Robin, aka Damian Wayne, Batman's son, again spoiler, goes into the prison to stop them from committing a mass murder. And they talk it out, which I pretty much appreciate. First they talked it out, but then disagreements, things got heated, and now they all started fighting. Now at this point, they're not fighting to kill each other because they're fucking superheroes still. Like, they're not fighting to kill each other. They're basically just fighting to one to stop the other. And that's pretty much it. Superman's team is pretty much just defending itself at this point, and Batman's team is just pretty much just trying to stop them. All good. Then Damian Wayne's Robin, he was meeting with a crossroads between Superman's way and Batman's way. Because Damian Wayne, being the grandson of Ra's al Ghul, being the son of Talia al Ghul, he's always had this little split personality between the difference of justice versus vengeance. So he's always like questioning Batman, and as soon as Superman kind of crossed that line, he kind of understood where Superman was coming from. And, he just kind of looked at Batman as if like, dude, like, you gave me a chance to change. Why can't you give the same thing to your best friend, Clark? So that's pretty much where Damian Wayne's coming from. But in the mix of all this battle at the asylum, Damian Wayne, out of anger and aggression, throws a fucking stick at Nightwing, and the nigga fucking falls and breaks his neck and dies. First of all, that was a bitch move of how to kill off Nightwing. But as soon as that happened, I looked at every member on the Superman side, totally different. I started disliking Superman, but then I started seeing how they were writing Wonder Woman, of how she would do this, she would do that, in the approval from Superman. And that is where it came up to be strike three. Like, she became so much of a hoe within a few pages that I was just like, dude, wasn't this the same chick that was begging to hop on Bruce Wayne? Like, what's going on here? And now all of a sudden you're on this man's D, because it was a headache. So yes, that is pretty much my beef with Wonder Woman. for the longest, I've always held that against her, but now me being more knowledgeable and me being more a little bit more wise and older when it comes to comic books and how different iterations, different versions of characters. So it's not the fact that I hate Wonder Woman as a character overall. I hate the Injustice version of Wonder Woman. But it's because of the Injustice version of Wonder Woman is the reason why I never got into reading Wonder Woman until I met this girl. Now, Absolute Wonder Woman is completely different compared to the original character Wonder Woman. First of all, this bitch was born in hell. Check mark. She has magic. You know, the original Wonder Woman, she has magical artifacts, but this Wonder Woman actually knows how to use magic. Like, she casts spells and all that shit. Check. And on top of that, she doesn't come from a land that's all women, and you know, she's questioning man's world or she's fighting for man's world, whatever the case may be, because you know, she's from hell. She was basically, without giving out spoilers for any people who are interested in Absolute Wonder Woman, kind of look at her as kind of like a female version of Kratos. It's just she's the last Amazon, and she was sent to hell to be raised by the demon witch Cersei, and she grows up to be this big, strong warrior that has all these magical artifacts, but she also do magic herself. And she goes to man's world to pretty much be the protector of that realm. That's pretty much the gist of Absolute Wonder Woman. Now, the difference... Look at that badass cover, bro. Now, the difference between this character and Diana Prince... the difference between Absolute Wonder Woman and Diana Prince is she's actually logical. She actually thinks before she acts. I like to actually think that Absolute Wonder Woman has a way higher battle IQ than the original Wonder Woman. Like I said, you know, she had... Bro, this girl got a fucking big ass axe. This girl got a fucking big ass sword. She got that where is it? Let me actually try find... I don't know if you guys can see it. Bro, she got that fucking battle mask. She got that lion fur across her shoulder. Like, come on, bro. Look at that shit. Look at that shit, bro. That shit is longer than my sword. Like, bro, you cannot... She got fucking tattoos on her arm and shoulder blade. Bro, come on, dog. You cannot tell me that shit does not look badass. You cannot tell me that shit ain't hard. Bruh. Also, forgot to mention. So she naturally has blue eyes. Like, she has black hair and blue eyes. But when she powers up and when she's activating like her black magic, her hellish magic, her eyes turn fucking red, my guy. That shit is hard. That's a crazy ass detail. Dude, look at the shiny foil. This is badass, bro. I cannot wait until DC makes a live action version of her. But yes, this is probably my favorite cover. Variant cover. So yes, that is pretty much the gist of my beef with Wonder Woman. But boy, do we live in strange times nowadays. You got me, the absolute Wonder Woman hater, fucking falling in love with Absolute Wonder Woman. That's all I have for you guys today. If you're interested of reading any type of alternate version character, I recommend Absolute Wonder Woman, bro. Because at this point, I'm a fan. At this point, I'm a super fan. I'm a super fan, dog. Take it easy.